Alright, so right now I'm currently rocking with a 1 terabyte external hard drive. I thought such would suffice, because granted, I don't have a Hogwarts library stash of video games installed onto my computer. But with the recent trends in game development and just recent examples of how utterly fucking massive some of these video games are, it looks like your boy is gonna have to go for a little upgrade. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, you ever heard of it? Probably have. It's the next Call of Duty game that Treyarch Studios is developing. And according to some leaks, it is apparently going to take over 300 gigabytes of storage. But you think about it more, it's really and truly not that surprising. Call of Duty Warzone was 100 gigabytes. Halo Infinite, a game I like to talk about a lot, was around 98 gigabytes. Destiny 2 clocks in at 165 gigabytes. And just to name another Call of Duty for the fuck of it, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War's full file size was 250 gigabytes. That being said, if we go back a decade or so, GTA 5 had the largest game file size at that point, clocking in at around 84 gigabytes. And this is an open world game that you would think is a bigger game than the previous 4 games that I just mentioned. Now, apparently the 300 gigabyte number is inaccurate to what Black Ops 6 will actually be, as according to IGN, the number is the sum of the file sizes for a fully installed Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Warzone, and of course, Black Ops 6. But that must mean that it should be more than 300 gigabytes, because the base download for Modern Warfare 2 alone is 151 gigabytes. Now, are these outrageous and incredibly large file sizes a ploy from Activision to get you from installing Call of Duty's rivals? Are they trying to make your entire life dependent on Call of Duty? But no, ladies and gentlemen, the reason for these numbers is simply due to an illogical trend that a lot of gaming publishers have been following. Now, the first main reason for this entire debacle is the prioritization of graphics, specifically having high resolution textures in uncompressed files. The truth is, game studios nowadays are prioritizing how well their game looks as opposed to providing the most efficient experience for the consumer. That being said, these textures are applied to every surface within a map. And if the map is incredibly intricate, and especially the map is fucking massive, then applying these textures, whether it be in 2K or 4K or fucking hell 8K, even if your computer can't opt for that graphical option, it's still going to eat up a lot of your storage because the game is going to have those files downloaded. Now, Fallout 4 had a solution for the people that didn't plan on playing these games in 4K or so on and so forth. And that solution was to keep the higher end graphic textures in a separate texture pack that you can download optionally. This is the logical solution in my opinion. But unfortunately, a lot of people sometimes don't follow logical solutions. Now, voiceover tracks for every side character, as well as the 6 quadrillion language packs, that come as uncompressed audio files for the game, also add into the overall storage of the said game. To everyone, it's logical that as games get more complex and bigger than RuneScape, for example, they will be larger in installation size. However, Sekiro, great game, was only 12.5 gigabytes on previous generation consoles, and that game is marvelous. I'm not a game developer, but maybe all of this is as a result of not compressing games correctly, even though I'm sure they are compressed as much as they can be given the time constraints of making the games and having them released by a certain point of time. Or maybe, there's something else a little fishy going on over here, and that is taxing players on having to download data for skins and character models and whatever the fuck else is showcased in the game's marketplace or in future DLC. And this is especially the case when a game has thousands and thousands of skins accumulated over the years, like in the game that we're talking about today, Call of Duty. But also, gaming publishers don't really see any liability in how big these games actually are. SSD prices are still falling, and maybe they're I think consumers actually wouldn't mind a 150 gigabyte initial installation. Perhaps the reason why games are so big right now is because publishers don't really see a reason as for why they should be smaller. They don't gain anything out of releasing optimization patches or better optimizing the games during development. They are fine with mediocrity, and they are fine with the half-assed effort in developing these games, as long as it saves them an extra dollar.